Hey, 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 welcome to the parlay. It is July 9th. You think I'd at least prepare myself for that?
We don't do this prepared shit.
We don't. Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? Here we go. Now we're on. Okay, cool. Yeah. Welcome to the parlay.
What's up,
What's up? It has been a week. Yeah, the next couple months might be a little sketchy on episodes, but we'll get them in. We got to watch the chat today for Christy and them to pop in because we totally missed them last week. That was slightly dickish of us. So, other than cocaine in the White House, how's your week, man?
My week's been pretty good.
I like how they tried to blame Kamala.
Straight back off of vacation and fucking ain't had a day off since, but you know how that is.
They really did try to go straight to blaming the
Look, they're gonna blame anybody if they fucking can. At the end of the day, there's only one real cokehead that works and lives in that White House. You can blame whoever the fuck you want. But one thing you're never gonna convince me of is you don't know who did it.
right.
The White House got cameras on every fucking inch. You can't tell me you can't figure out who the fuck did it.
Oh,
we'll
right.
never fucking know. Just like the Hunter Biden laptop. Dude, the Hunter Biden laptop, before we knew about the Hunter Biden laptop, the FBI received information about Joe Biden accepting bribes from Chinese companies.
Yeah.
This is in 2018. They have proof. Written proof that the feds knew in 2018 that Joe Biden was taking money from Chinese.
Right.
In 2018, dude, he should have never been even able to run for president. I should have had him so tied up in fucking litigation figuring out where the fuck this money came from and why you didn't do this, that, or third with it.
I hope Benny doesn't mind me borrowing his show.
Who?
Benny.
Oh, I like this guy.
Look.
At the White House during
He does the best work. You do the best work, man.
the White House. This was within 48 hours of the crack being found.
Big Jill looks. Okay, hold up. Let me stop real quick because I got to do this. Now, Benny, I've watched your show and I love your show, but you said on your show that you had never done drugs and you had never done cocaine. I have. Good bit of it. So let me walk you through this.
And you can see Hunter Biden out with
Now.
the family inside of the White House's personal.
This isn't really a good. Oh, yeah. See.
You get no
Wait.
probation.
Wait.
Tell me, do you think there's more than a quarters or a
I'm really butchering this. Hang on.
in this video? And you can see Hunter Biden.
Look, dude. You gotta. Really wish it would make it brighter. Really wish you could get that off the screen. You can't really see it, it's dull. But Jill looks torqued. Look at Jill. Look.
The family inside.
She's getting a drain right there.
Personal residence.
She just got a drain right there. Right there. Did you see it? Did you?
I mean, she definitely looks like she got something going on.
Let's try it again.
Easily findable on Hunter Biden's laptop.
Look. She hits a drain right there.
That are awful and will make you want to Purell your own eyeballs.
Let's do it again.
Would this be the first time that Hunter Biden has broken the laws of our country in spite of his father? Well, no, actually. In fact, the harshest crack laws, harshest drug laws ever.
All right, here we go. This is closer.
I think so.
All right, here we
I
go.
think that Stevie Wonder
Now, watch this. Watch this and tell me. Forget Hunter. Like, I know Hunter's doing a bump behind his dad's back. We ain't gonna have that conversation. There's too much to watch in this picture at one time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joe's never looked so on top of things. But look, what's Joe?
Go ahead and watch. So here's a clip. It's going to play on loop here. And you can see Hunter Biden. out with
Did she get a drain?
inside
Was that a drain? Hunter, look. Woo!
Hunter looks a little fucked up.
She's sweating her ass off too.
And the like paranoid and stress.
Look, is that a line of coke on her fucking chin?
You were paying too much attention to Jill. Look at Hunter.
Oh no, I've been watching him all day. I'm tired of watching him. He's fucking wide. Wait till he's walking away. And I don't think, like I said, Benny said he's never done this stuff, so I don't think Benny notices when he's walking away. But he straight does a line like behind Joe as he The whole family's torn. Look at him.
People are saying him doing
Jill's right here. You can see it right here. She's pulling. And then when he walks out? Oh, yeah. They're all fucking torqued. The whole fam. Look, Joe ain't never been happier.
Got a lighter, bro.
I don't care what you say. I've done a lot of coke in my life, and I'm just telling you, like, she's pulling a drain. They're cleaning the fluffer right there. And Joe looks like he ain't felt this good in years. He's like, wow, they really brought us to Colombian, didn't they? The
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
And then there's this. And then there's this. I really got on top of this week a little bit. I tried. Because Dan Bongino said it best. You don't just carry shit into the White House. And they said that it was near the vice president's.
It's near the West Wing entrance, where everybody goes in.
They said it was near the vice president's residence. We're about to
The
tour.
West Wing.
We're about to tour the White House. They don't say anything about the vice president's residence in the White House.
Let's make sure
It's
we're
off the
all on
West
same
Wing.
page here. The White House.
Usually the vice president's house is not even on the same property. It's across the street or down the road or something.
Yeah.
So here's for
Yeah, it's all offices. There's no room for her to live.
But the West Wing is only for people
the White House.
that have exclusive access. So the only people that go in there on a daily basis are your press secretaries and your generals and shit like that don't really have to.
So here's for
If they do tours of that area, people have to check their stuff.
Here's Washington, D.C.
This gives you a really good outline of it.
The White House is home to the President of the United States of America. When you think of the White House, you probably picture a view like this. But if we zoom out a little bit, you'll see that there's a lot more to it. You can separate the building into 3 different parts: the residence, the West Wing, and the East Wing. Let's start with the East Wing. There's 2 stories here which have many different rooms and offices. The second floor is usually occupied by the First Lady and her staff. This is the guest entrance to the White House. When there are events or social gatherings, the visitors will enter here. Here's the lobby. We don't know for sure what these other rooms are used for, but it's neat to see what the floor layout looks like. This is the garden room and the East Colonnade. This is the family theater. It's mostly used to watch movies, but occasionally it's used for the president to rehearse his speeches. Once we get through the visitors foyer, then we enter the main part of the White House known as the residence. This is the north portico, and this is the south portico. The residence has 4 floors plus the sub-basement. Let's start at the very bottom. The sub-basement consists of storage, laundry, and mechanical rooms to run the White House. It even has bathrooms down here. This part is called the basement mezzanine. It's not quite as tall as a full floor. You'll find similar rooms down here as well. This is the ground floor, which connects to the east wing and the west wing. First, let's point out the restrooms. That's always a good thing to know. This is the center hall, which connects most of the rooms. Here's the Vermeil room and the China room. A lot of fancy things are stored in these two rooms. The diplomatic reception room, this is where the foreign ambassadors enter the White House. This is the map room. Sometimes TV interviews happen here. We got some doctor's offices to keep the president healthy, and housekeeper's offices here. This is the library, the curator's office, that's kind of like the White House historian, the Secret Service, and the kitchen. This is the flower shop, the carpenter shop, and the bowling alley. That's right, there's a bowling alley in the White House. The bowling alley is actually right underneath the steps for the north portico. These steps lead right into the first floor of the White House residence. A lot of action happens here. This is the East Room. A lot of social gatherings and performances happen here. The Green Room, Blue Room, and Red Room. Yes, the rooms are colored that way as well. Here's the Cross Hall and the Entrance Hall. This is the Grand Staircase. This is where the President and the First Lady can make their grand entrance. The State Dining Room is where a large amount of guests can be fed. The smaller family dining room is located here. The Usher's Room is located here so that guests can check in when they enter the White House. The second floor is known as the Family Residence. This floor is where the President and his family live during their time at the White House. These rooms have been rearranged and used in different ways over the last 200 years. Traditionally, this has been known as the President's bedroom. The top of the Grand Staircase is here, and there's another dining room and a kitchen on this level too. The third floor is another place to get lost. It's usually the place where the family can relax. This is the solarium, also called the sunroom. It has some beautiful views looking out over Washington, D.C. The area here and here is called the promenade, another favorite of the third floor. The final section of the White House is called the West Wing. This is where the president and his staff have their offices. From this view, you can see that it has 2 stories. But if we come over here, you can see there's another floor. This is the ground floor. Let's start here. This is the foyer and the lobby. I imagine you have to be pretty important to walk through these doors. Lots of other rooms and offices down here. Notice this large room for the Secret Service. This room is called the Situation Room.
All right.
Right here, the president can command the armed forces.
So they said that the Situation Room is under construction. That this was found outside the Situation Room. And then they turned around and said that it was somewhere near the Vice President's quarters, which there's no Vice President's quarters here.
This should be Vice President's office here, maybe on the second floor of the West Wing or something.
But
there's no residence for the Vice President on the White House grounds. The Vice President's house is down the road.
Anywhere in the world.
just say it out
The
loud.
floor of the West Wing connects to the rest.
Just say it out loud.
Once we go through the palm room, we
Because
have
I would do
the
it.
West column,
Okay.
which is actually
I would do it.
the press.
If I was Hunter Biden, I would do it. I'd take me a little hooker from the party down to the Situation Room with some coke and bang around on the table. I'd do it. Just admit you did it, Hunter. And save us all a problem. It makes sense. I would do it.
I mean, Bill Clinton got ahead and
If my daddy was the president and I could get away with it, I'd be like, hey.
like, look,
That's the simplest explanation for what happened.
wouldn't surprise me even a little bit.
So we're sending cluster bombs to enough back, that I feel like that's as much they've been, it's like the sub. They've been concentrating on that story a bit much. Because,
Well, they should.
well, either drug test the entire administration and everybody that's in the building. I mean, it came out like last week. Didn't it come out last week that he's staying at the White House?
Yeah, last week or week before last.
Like, it never ends, man.
But, you know, the whole cluster bomb thing, man, that's just fucked up because, you know what I mean? It's like those bombs have literally been outlawed by 100 countries. And
Yeah.
like, plenty of them are NATO countries. So some of them are our allies. But, you know, I mean, it's not a great thing, man.
No, I don't feel like we should send them over there. You know what's getting me is that he announced today, 2 days ago, wasn't it? That Ukraine was not ready to join NATO.
They're not.
Oh wait, excuse me.
That's not a secret.
Wait. It was today. 56 minutes ago.
NATO summit this week, US President Joe Biden has indicated it isn't the right time to include Ukraine in the alliance. In an exclusive interview with CNN, he claims it's too premature, but says the US will
the
still
one thing he
provide
said is
weapons
right.
to the country.
Okay. So, this is a crap... You know what? This is a crap way to try to describe it. But I'm going to go for it. So, you got a motorcycle gang. Or you got a gang. And I want to join your gang. And you tell me, okay, you can join my gang, but you got to go take out that gang for me. And I'm like, okay. And you're like, you know what? I'll give you the guns. I'll give you the firepower. I'll even give you some people. And you go take out that gang. And I'm like, okay. And I'm whipping that gang. I'm fighting that gang. I'm fighting it. And you just turn around in the middle of me fighting and be like, you know, I just don't think you're what we need in our gang.
That's not a very good. That's not a very good scenario, though, because NATO membership has never been promised to Ukraine. I'm pretty sure you could dig for hours and never find anything like that. It was never promised to them. They're not ready as a country.
We didn't promise them, but I feel like the fact that we sent them everything we had.
That doesn't matter, dude. That's just Joe
Billions
Biden.
and billions
That's
of
Joe
dollars.
Biden and his fucking warmongering ass, and he's in a proxy war with Russia. Period. The end.
If I was
That
a
has nothing to do
Ukrainian
with-
citizen,
You-
I would be assuming we were about to join the UN. Like you're right. We've never promised them membership.
But it's not just us.
But I've assumed as an American citizen that we were going to bring them into the UN. Because that's a step that'll get us nuked. That's been
But
my
you
concern. You know, like...
You got to look at the requirements to join NATO. Because that's what we're talking about. NATO. We're not talking about the UN. We're talking about NATO.
NATO. Separate.
UN is every country in this fucking world. That's the United Nations. They're every country in this world.
Right.
NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is like 37 countries. So, if you go look at the requirements, you have to spend a certain amount of your GDP on this program and that program and weapons, and you have to provide 3 or 4% of your GDP goes to NATO as part of being in their club. You know what I mean? That country, no matter what, that country was not ever, and will not be for a very long time, ready to join. They just can't. There's no way. Number one, they don't even have enough of, the requirements financially.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with anything you say. Everything you say is correct.
You can look it up. Yeah, that's exactly
No,
why.
I'm just saying.
That's exactly why they're not ready to join.
Damn, we really just put them in the middle of some shit, didn't we?
No, we didn't put them in the middle of nothing. They've been in the middle of the shit. That's what people don't understand, man. This is a civil war. This is a civil war, and we have no reason to be involved.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean? These are Russians. These are Russians
They're all Russians.
that decided to form their own country in 1994. These are Russians The Ukrainian language is Russian.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
These are Russian.
That's what I've been saying all along.
This is a civil war.
Like, Russia could have went and took Ukraine one night, and it wouldn't have affected us none, except there wouldn't have been any more hostile movies.
It's exactly why, to me, it's never about winning. If Russia wanted to win, they could have crushed Kyiv.
They don't want to destroy their own people.
They don't want to destroy. They just want to be left alone.
That's, yeah.
And you keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher in the fucking type of ammunitions and shit you send, and fucking Putin is gonna nuke some shit. Period. The end. No, it won't be the catastrophic nukes like in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There'll be tactical nukes, but it's still a nuke is a nuke. I mean,
oh, dude, a nuke is a nuke. But there's, I don't like saying this, and I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think he'll nuke inside of Ukraine.
Dude, he's not. No. Why would he?
I really believe. I'm sorry. I know it sounds paranoid.
Nuke
but
Poland or
us, or
nah. No, that's
even look. If he came in here and shot a lead, just a blank missile, just popped up in the ocean and sent a blank, just a hits the ground, nothing goes off. The American attitude toward our doings overseas would immediately change. They'd be like, you know what? We're touchable. And you need to quit fucking with them people.
Anybody that knows anything about military preparedness and just a little tiny bit about other people's militaries knows that we are touchable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I know that, but a lot of Americans don't.
The thing is about being touchable is that we also have quite a few ourselves. And we know where he lives.
Oh, yeah. Well, he knows where we live, too.
No, he don't.
Well, he knows where our...
Putin does not have the ability to put a samurai sword blade on your front porch, bro. He does not have that ability. He might have some shit, but he ain't got the shit like that.
See,
I'm just saying.
This is where me and you always split, because I'm like, I don't know, because I look at that motherfucker and hear dun 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 dun.
That motherfucker knows. Yes, he's got nukes.
That first strike on Kiev, where he claims he hit like a bunch of biolabs. Now, we talked about this when we were just on audio. That was a very pinpointed strike.
For sure.
He put guys on the ground dressed up like homeless people laying there with lasing equipment, looking like they were drunk.
I haven't heard anything about that. So
I'm just saying, like, to hit all those buildings that tactically and perfectly in one strike, there had to be an advanced targeting mission. Those buildings had to be painted, lased, something. Because if his equipment is not so advanced that he could sit here on Google Maps and go, that building, then he needed people on the ground going.
Not that he couldn't. That's the thing I think you're missing. My point simply is he probably does have that technology. But that technology is very limited in the distance of its deployability. Dude, we have some shit in eastern Poland that can reach Moscow in 26 minutes.
Absolutely.
There's not a missile defense system in the world that you can get up and armed in 26. Like, it takes a long time to get shit up and armed.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like 26 minutes. That's how close we are to Moscow. Of course, this is like a fucking missile that goes 4,000
they claim
miles
that,
an hour.
They
or some
claim
shit.
that Russia's hypersonic missiles go, and I don't want to quote the speed, but it was insane, and it said
It's
it could cross
beyond the sound of speed. That's hypersonic.
You could cross the United States in 30 minutes.
Less than that, I think. It's the sound of speed, hypersonic.
China,
The speed of sound.
so awesome.
Said the sound of speed.
China's so awesome. They're amazing. I mean that. China, you know, in case we ever get a social score system, they're amazing. They're so amazing that they're building a base in Cuba now.
Cool.
Hell, that's not forget a missile. You can get a helicopter and get to Cuba in 30 minutes.
For sure. For sure. And there will be a missile silo and a submarine, a missile silo in Louisiana or Florida, and a submarine specifically aimed at them motherfuckers. And we'll sit just far enough away that their radar goes ping every 5 seconds. Like, we're here. Ping! Still here.
The means we're watching you.
Which, you know, that was the whole thing about the whole Bay of Pigs incident with John F. Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
The Russians wanted to build a base on Cuba. Or they were moving nuclear missiles to that because the Cold War was escalating.
Which, I mean, you know, they have them in Venezuela. We can't say anything, but it's only double the distance, really.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely insane. We're probably one of the only militaries next to Russia and China that have the capability to shoot down hypersonic missiles. Because we have the advanced laser technology that can shoot down hypersonic missiles. Because that's the only thing that can shoot down a hypersonic missile. Is your laser systems, if I remember correctly. So us and China and Russia are the three major superpowers. So we're probably the only three that possess that type of technology. So with that being said, yes, Russia has hypersonic missiles. So do we. We have laser defense systems to avoid those types of missiles. So does Russia.
Wait, because
I just don't think that Russia has the long arm that we do. Like,
well, they have the
we can
Satan
attack you
too.
from Japan side too.
We're scared to death of the Satan too, and we admit that. I did not vent this video. I just typed in hypersonic missile defense. That's all you get. That's it.
The best way to learn about the Titanic is to see it in 3D. We'll start at the top on the...
I can watch Titanic shit all day.
Apparently.
Well, you know what my favorite scary movie is?
The Titanic? I don't know, you were just...
Nah.
Why wouldn't it be?
Poseidon is my favorite scary movie. That movie scares the shit out of me. I would rather be trapped in a room with the Insidious monster, the girl from The Exorcist, and Freddy Krueger than be in a ship upside down in the middle of the ocean. There ain't no fucking good news out there. If we get out, what then?
Bro, you know what? You want to impress me? You really want to impress me? Go attach 47,000 fucking balloons to that fucking thing and bring that bitch back ashore. That's impressive. It's at the bottom of the sea. I don't give a fuck. Really don't. I don't give a shit.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I never had.
I mean, there's a bunch of ships that sank, and we don't go poking around at them all the time.
Right. But I'll be honest with you, dude. If I'm scrolling through the channel and I'm on History Channel and something about the Titanic, I'm going to check it out. You know what I mean? It's an interesting story, but
I don't know, man. You know what I keep seeing is shit on the Grand Canyon. I've been watching all kinds of stuff on the Grand Canyon. Dude.
What do you mean all kinds of stuff? Like, are you talking about YouTubes or just documentaries?
Yeah.
So, what do you think is so interesting about it?
Well, I believe we had a worldwide civilization. And I believe this world, this is where you'll think I'm crazy. I believe this worldwide civilization existed peacefully from the ages of the pyramids almost up to what we call the Dark Ages. And in the Dark Ages, something went wrong. Something went terribly wrong, and that's why we call it the Dark Ages. We just don't talk about it. Plagues. That's when the cycle seems to begin. Plagues. Wars. You know what I mean? Like, but they keep finding Egyptian shit in the Grand Canyon.
So,
and I mean, it's not like, oh, they found something. No, dude, this is like the 4th or 5th time something they found. Like last week.
So, I can't remember which one it is, and I don't know how easy it would be to find. But there is an Ancient Aliens episode where they talk about the guy that walked from one end of the Grand Canyon to the other end. Apparently, it's like, I don't know, a couple thousand miles, if you like, from one end of the Grand Canyon to the other. It's like supposed to be a pretty long hike.
Right.
And apparently he did this, and when he got to the very end of the canyon, where, you know, the wall basically stops you from going any further, apparently he was approached by armed guards dressed in uniforms such as like at Area 51. And like this Ancient Aliens story goes to tell you that they think that a lot of the ancient Egyptians' gold is in this end of the Grand Canyon, and it is like an Area 51 type environment with these ancient aliens who helped build Egypt. Well, all of the big treasures that are supposedly missing from Egypt are not missing. They're being stored here in the Grand Canyon in this Area 51 type. So if you look on any map, it'll tell you that the Grand Canyon ends here. But apparently it ends a couple hundred miles past this point. And this guy found this point. Maybe I can find it for you.
There was a guy that found a staircase that went up into a rock, and he found all kind of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics, and like he's like it was like people had lived in there, like it was a big, large area. I was listening to a guy one day go on about how he didn't believe the Grand Canyon was caused over thousands of years. It looked like an instantaneous event, and he was describing how the layers, that wasn't pertaining to it, but how the layers, you know, none of the layers are eroded. It's like something just cut this out at once. He was like, none of the, you know, he's like, there's no, he's something about, I can't remember. I'm not what's it called? A rock guy, a geologist. But, no, he was talking about the way it was cut, and he was like, it just looks like something came through, whether it was water or whatever it was. It's like this was just an instantaneous event.
I mean, shit's definitely impressive, but I don't see myself driving that far out there to see a hole in the floor. If I'm doing something like that, I want to do multiple. I want to see the Hoover Dam. I want to see this. I want to do. You know, I can never say I'm going on vacation to the Grand Canyon.
No.
No. What else are you going to do there?
But I think I could spend 3 to 4 days there. If you could get backpacking, look at this.
I couldn't get my family to spend 3-4 days.
1942, this was found. You see that hallway? All these different cave and tunnel systems. My buddy just came back from a Canadian. Guess he went backpacking in Canada. Looked like it was pretty cool. I could do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about, you know, for my family. Like, there's no way I could get them to stay 3 days at the Grand Canyon. Dude, they'd be bored in 30 minutes. They'd be like, where's the mall?
No. No way.
But it's on my bucket list. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But, you know, also want to drive over the Rockies, like through Denver, Colorado. Just up one side and down the other. So
I'd like to rent a motorcycle and ride it across the country. I want to buy one. Like, you know what I mean?
At this point, dude, I'm at this point in my life. I went this far without a motorcycle. I think if I had my choice, I'd rent the RV and take my family.
I told her one day.
And I just drive to the West Coast.
I told her one day we were just going to sell everything and buy an RV and go live by the river.
Bro. Say less. Bro, motherfuckers are happier when they do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you ain't got nothing to worry about but some gas in the vehicle and...
Hey, Christy! There you are. See you. I'm just happy to turn around. Y'all didn't drop a sack in D.C., did you? No, you missed that whole conversation. No.
No, I didn't, but my buddy Hunter did.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it out loud. Okay? Hunter? I mean, I like cocaine and Russian hookers too.
I used to.
I mean...
Not so much anymore.
I don't want to do it in Washington, but if you want to hang out, you know... I don't have any money, but... I
don't think I need any.
I don't think I need any.
I think you got plenty for us both.
I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but let's be honest. And you know, hey, you want to ride around in my dad's Corvette and get some Russian hookers and do cocaine?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You want me to help you with your taxes? Okay, taxation is theft. You've been helped.
There you go. Just keep your fucking money.
I mean, you could... Ukrainians are starving.
I don't think they are. I think they got all kinds of money.
After I get moved, I got some serious tax work I got to get squared away. I definitely feel your pain. Definitely feel your pain. So what's going on this week with you? Have you seen any interesting topics? Man, they're actually, dude, they're coming down on the business end of things pretty big. I feel like the cocaine's actually a distraction. Like, the Durham report was pretty damning. Like, if you listen to what he said, this goes all the way back to Obama. Barack Obama got through under the bus, and we all missed it. Like, there's a lot that happened, like, on C-SPAN this week. Again, he got Comey back in front of Congress again, And he was like, listen, he was trying to get him to lie, and he wouldn't do it. He was like, I have evidence that there were FBI agents in Trump outfits inside the Capitol prior to anyone entering.
Tucker interviewed the fucking chief of police of the Capitol Police
Back in school, working on your bachelor's. Yeah.
And he said the same shit. He said the January 6th was full of feds.
Yeah. But he couldn't get him to say it out loud. But he was trying.
No, he did.
Trying.
He said he admitted it.
Oh.
Tucker already admitted it. Tucker interviewed the very last interview he did before he was fired. They refused to air it.
Oh.
The dude admitted
Find it. Must be
on
Rumble.
TV. That wasn't on TV because they didn't air it. They were recording it. Fox News has the footage. Tucker says they know. They will not release that footage. That's why they fired. Part of the reason why they fired him, because that footage was going to air the Monday he came back.
You're working on your bachelor's.
Hell yeah, been there, done that. I know what that's like.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a move, so our episodes are going to be sketchy, but you got to watch for us. But once I get moved, it'll be good again. Might sit up on the couch like Garth and Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be good again because you'd be closer.
Yeah, dude. Law degree next. Nice.
There you. Heck yeah. That's good shit.
All right.
Good stuff. Yeah, I got a bachelor's in business, and that was the hardest thing I think I've ever done. Business statistics was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Did you see the survivalists that escaped?
Yeah. No. Hold on. Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. The man just walked away.
The man did just walk away.
They said he walked away. But then listen, here's how the media just fucks with you, right? They said the man just walks away from a prison. And then you get to the story, and no, he didn't just walk away. This motherfucker climbed down 7 stories with the classic bed sheets tied together. Bro, the fuck? I thought we was past that shit as a society. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think jails even had windows you could climb out anymore. Well, everyone I've been in got some sealed ass windows. That's what makes this story great. Y'all let this motherfucker get out of jail and he can live in the wild.
He's fucking good. He's fucking good.
Gone. He's gone.
The only reason they got him,
The crazy part is he ain't gone nowhere. He's a mile from prison, buried in the dirt, waiting for y'all to stop looking for him. He ain't running.
The only reason you caught him last time was because he stopped to dry his feet out behind somebody's building.
That shit was insane. Yes, I did hear about that. That shit had me dying.
Dude.
Because that was great.
Here's a story that caught my attention this week. I forgot about the Parmesan cheese reference, and I took a note on it, and I just saw it, and it was killing me. Did you see the interview? Where they asked him if he smoked crack cocaine, and he said, "I probably smoked more Parmesan cheese than anybody around here," or something like that.
Yeah, this is old school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, you know what that means. You know that reference.
That's crack.
No, not necessarily. More Parmesan cheese. It means he's been on the floor looking for crack.
Oh.
Probably saw some cheese and smoked it. Because that's what crackheads do when they run out, bro. They start looking on the carpets. Like, look at that. Oh, that white piece right there.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn, that's not crack. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's not crack.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's what that reference is. You smoked more Parmesan cheese because you've been on the floor looking for crack, bro.
I should have took better notes here, but water systems were tested across America. And PIFAs, which are cancer and obesity, they were all tweaked. Do we really want to do this again? Let's do it again. I'll do it again. They were all tweaked. Like Jill, in that whole video where you see Hunter walking off, that lady's getting a drain. She's dragging it out. She's doing it.
Hey, we both know they got a history of hyping presidents up. They will pop you full of Adderall.
Oh yeah.
With that shit.
Yeah.
So we can only hope. But for Hunter, bro, there's no
that Hunter was.
There's no doubt in my mind that cocaine
Woo!
for him.
I'm telling you.
Or that
I'm going to say it again. This is probably what happened. This is totally for entertainment purposes, but this is totally my guess on what happened. Hunter looked at one of the cute little servers that works for the White House and was like, I want to do a line off your butt in the Situation Room while it's under construction. And she was like, okay. And he took her down there, and somewhere on the venture, he lost his bag. He was probably down there looking for it when they found it and was like, shit. And just ran back upstairs. Like, fuck. That's probably what happened.
The Secret Service promised.
It's a big game of Clue. It was Hunter with a hooker in the Situation Room. That's how it happened.
Man, that's a pretty good plot. But when I woke up this morning and saw the meme with Kareem Jean-Pierre and the quote down at the bottom says, we're not going to talk about that. And she's got the smudge on her nose like some Tony Montana shit. Dude, I swear to God, I had too much. I was like, man. When the memes kick in, that's when you know the news has been talking about it for a couple days.
Oh, yeah.
The memes just kill me, bro. Like, and they just pop up randomly, like when I'm taking a shit or first thing in the morning, usually. And you're like half awake, and you're like, "Damn, I still gotta laugh at this. Like, this is funny,
man."
Yeah, man, it's a.
I feel like you know, I'm usually the first one to say, I know rich people do things like this, but this is the White House. Like, there's sacred ground. Like, you know, there shouldn't, this shit shouldn't be going on there. And I listened to Bongino go on about how he was like, look, man, the security checks you go through are ridiculous.
Not if you're in the inner circle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're in the inner circle, you walk right through that shit.
I think the House is launching an investigation into it.
Hey. Like I said, I hope with everything in me that they investigate whatever the fuck they want. Just be done by next October. Be done investigating.
Right.
Because you drop the bombshell on fucking Joe Biden and his corrupt ass family, it's basically a shoo-in for whatever Republican candidate wins.
I don't know, man.
But at the end, because if you can get the Senate back by releasing all of these facts and the information you have next October, then come November, you're going to win the Senate, win the presidency. Now you got full control.
Right.
But, dude, have you seen some of DeSantis's, like, attack ads and shit?
Are they attack ads?
They're kind of funny, but
is that what he's doing?
Like, did you see the one where?
Because I mean, I'm a conservative, and the one about the gay people, like, I was like, damn, dude, that's a little homophobic,
bro.
Like, you bored, like
even I'm like, holy shit.
Like, you can't do that.
You got people that are telling you how to do this, right? Damn. These motherfuckers are like, whoo. These motherfuckers. Yeah, that shit was harsh. There's no doubt about that. I'm like, dang, no wonder. I'm like, you in the polls. I'm like, dang, like
I was watching that video and I was like,
Trump gets indicted and has more percentage than everyone else combined.
I watched that video. It was like, did you really do this? Like, is this really, like, I had to check 3 times.
I don't think he's smart enough to do this.
Is this
he
real?
has multiple people working for him that all agreed to do this. Like there's no line here. And not just that, it's not a shitty production. It's a good video. You know what I'm saying? You got some unions involved, maybe. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no Joe down the street did the this. You might have some actors unions or something. Like, I don't know. Damn, nobody told you this was fucked up.
Dude. Oh, dude. Dude. I watched that and I was like, is this real? Is this? Because, you know, Trump could have released this as an anti-DeSantis ad. Like,
so, you want to know how you know when your government doesn't like you or doesn't trust you?
a force injection. Well, how?
I'll tell you. So, a federal judge ruled this past week that the government can't use social media to spy on us, and Joe Biden appealed it. You want me to say that again?
No.
Okay.
Joe Biden appealed it.
Yeah, he wants to spy on you using social media.
What do you mean I can't?
What are you talking? Are you serious? But who got to appeal that shit? On what ground? I don't know. Make up something, bro.
This is a hard year, man. See here.
So
no kids at parades.
When your government doesn't agree with the federal judge, it says you can't be spied on. Like, wow, holy shit.
No more race-based admissions.
Yeah.
Government
student
cannot. Government cannot pay social media to silence people. What was that one you just said like a second ago?
I forgot.
Government.
You can't force the Christian baker to make a dick cake.
You can't. They're having a hard month.
I mean, it's been hard. There's no doubt. It's been a hard month.
Wow. Sorry, guys. That all kind of happened fast, didn't it?
Dude, they waited until like the last week of June.
Dude, people
released all this shit. Like, boom, 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 boom.
People look at me. You know, sometimes people will start conversations and they'll look at you and be like, how do you think we got this bad? And nobody likes my answer because it's one word and they get mad. Like, how did we get here? And I'm like, tolerance. And they're like, the U.S. destroyed the last of its chemical weapons, which I thought that happened in the 90s. I thought that happened when I was in. I really did. Like, I can remember the discussion.
Where did you hear this? YouTube kind of thing?
No, it's all over. Hang on. I'll actually Google it. Hang on.
I didn't see anything on YouTube about that. That would have been.
The United States destroys last of chemical weapons. The last of the U.S. declared.
According to CBS News, U.S. destroys last of its declared chemical weapons. The last of the U.S. declared chemical weapons stockpile was destroyed in eastern Kentucky at a military installation. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell announced Friday, a milestone that closes a chapter of warfare dating back to World War I.
Cool.
Yeah.
In eastern Kentucky. That's not too far.
Probably next to a fucking river, you dumb shits.
Oh, don't worry about the smog, guys. It's from the fucking wildfire.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Try it orange.
Trust us.
Oh, from the heat.
It's
from the fire.
From fire.
That doesn't make any sense.
Makes perfect sense now.
Follow the science.
Makes perfect fucking sense now.
See, I built a whole conspiracy theory around the orange smoke thing. I'm like, what if they just dusted everything in New York with ammonium nitrate? you know, and then like there's a light explosion, and then something equaling to the Chicago fire happens, you know.
Oh, dude, there was people on TikTok because the smoke from the fires coincided with this missing 60,000 pounds of potassium chloride or whatever the fuck it was.
See?
You remember this?
Somebody else thought
Did
of
we not
it.
talk about this?
No, we talked about
like
the
a
missing
trainload of
potassium.
missing-
Yeah, because I was waiting for something to blow up. 'Cause
I was like, holy shit. Nothing to see here.
nothing of this makes sense. Like, we have had volcanic eruptions. I'm not saying it's not right. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying, I can remember we've had, like, volcanic eruptions near the, like, on this continent in my life, and never had smoke here from it. Like,
Yeah.
but a guy that I picked up for the Boy Scouts said, no, man, we get smoke from, like, wildfires in Mexico from across the Gulf sometimes. And I was like, huh. So I guess sometimes that is a thing. Not just on nuclear weapons.
Yeah, so who knows, man?
World's getting interesting, man, because I'm starting to see good, starting to see bad. I don't know where we're going to land, but Putin straight up is throwing out nuclear warnings. But here's the thing. If there's going to be nuclear warfare, you know, it's the problem with this is the only way to possibly win is strike first. You know what I mean?
Look, you know, dude, it's a classic move, and I fully anticipate us being the first strike type of country.
Well, we have a preemptive strike
We've
strategy.
proven that.
Yeah.
So, which is exactly the reason why when we talk about these BRICS nations, it doesn't really concern me because I feel like they could be a threat, but before it's a perceived threat to me, our country already has them in their crosshairs, and they're gonna, whether we like it or not, we live in a country that has a military, and we're not afraid to fucking use it. And I don't think that gives us a good worldwide reputation.
Not
If you
anymore.
travel the world, a lot of people don't like us.
We were once the world's defender, and then we became the world's police force, and then we became a shitty police force, and then we just became that nosy fucker that puts his nose in shit that ain't got no business.
Right.
And then we became that dude that sends random people into town to overthrow your shit so he can give the job to somebody he wants to have it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And
like
then
we are not like the good guys. We're good guys, but our government, not the good guys anymore. They're not.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. That's where I believe that if you really want to earn the trust back of the American citizens in the political system that we have in place, you need to pass a law that says you can't be elected to any position, to any elected official after the age of 65. Like, you should have to remove yourself from political office and go live your life as a civilian under the laws that you just passed. Period, the end.
Period, the end.
I don't care about your term limits. You can set it up however you want. I just believe that in order to make room for fresh, young ideas and talented people, these old fucks have to go.
I don't think they should be allowed to do any trading.
You could make that rule too.
Like, no trading.
When you're elected,
You can't promise me, because, I mean, listen, you might not have anything to do with cookie sales, you know, and you might not have anything to do with microchips, but I do, and we all eat lunch together, so you know, the brotherhoods inside the hierarchies above us need to be diminished. This is something that you have to say all the time. The little circles inside of Congress, the little circles inside the brotherhood of the brotherhood of the police departments, these little inner circles need to be diminished. Because I mean, there's too much power there. Power is the people in the United States. They work for us.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't work for them. We don't.
And that's the only way to get that mentality out of here is to put a little bit of teeth in the laws.
Right.
You know, who was it? Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said, I could fix the fucking deficit in 5 minutes. And someone asked him, whoever was interviewing, asked him how he would do that. He said, oh, it's real simple. He's like, I just pass a law that says if our deficit becomes such and such percentage more or less than our GDP, that the people that are in Congress, all 450 of them, are not eligible for re-election. He said, I promise you, when you threaten your job, that they'll come through. So, Justin had to go outside and check some four-wheeler noises out there.
Sorry. Had to go check it out. Somebody's four-wheeler half run. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So
you get the deficit right, or you can't have this job.
You got to put some teeth in it. Like everybody in this world, if you don't do your job, you get fired. Unless you're a congressman. You know what I mean? There has to be some consequences for the policies that you enact being successful or not. And it's whatever. You know, if it's a big bill, then you give it 2-3 years to take effect, to get trickle down and get everybody situated with it. If it's something simple, like, you know, whatever, minimum wage or something, you can do that instantly.
They kind of promised they were going to vote on legalizing marijuana in West Virginia in July of 2023. We're supposed to hear something this month. I mean, that's what everything says. That's what Google says.
The Democrats, that's been their thing for years. But every time they get majority, it's the last thing on their agenda. They don't fucking care about that.
Nah, but it's good for some quick votes, ain't it?
And it doesn't matter what the state of West Virginia do. I don't see the state ever going full recreational until the Fed tells them it's okay. West Virginia is the Fed's lapdog. We do what they say.
Or their baby dog.
You don't see in the Commonwealth, like Commonwealth of Virginia and Commonwealth of Kentucky, you'll never see these federal click it or ticket campaigns where they do sobriety checkpoints.
Right.
Nope. The state does that shit themselves. You know what I mean? They don't take federal money for that shit. We take all that federal money. Click it or ticket. So most states they don't use sobriety checkpoints. They have patrols. They catch your ass.
Right. Right.
So I mean, who knows?
You know, like they make things out worse than they're supposed to be. Like there was one point where they had roadblocks talking about they were meth lab checkpoints. They were looking for meth labs in cars, and I was like, really? People just drive around with meth labs in their car? Like, I know every now and then there's a mobile meth lab, but a mobile meth lab is in a van. Or, you know.
They got the shake and bake shit now.
Yeah.
2 liter bottle, that's all you need.
Dude, I had a guy in the back of the car talking one day. Dude, it goes all the way down to the made in the bathtub, to made in the microwave, to that top end stuff that comes in from like Mexico, and I'm like,
I mean, when I was younger, I was all about the good stuff. You know what I mean? Some LSD and some coke.
I was watching a documentary the other day.
I never once had the urge to do any drug made by the dude that didn't finish 7th grade. He like left in 7th grade. We haven't seen him since.
Matter of fact, I say all the time, the guy who offered me real meth for the first time is the reason I'd never tried meth. No. No, thank you.
Bro. You say what? 3 days?
No.
I need my sleep.
I like my sleep. I like to party hard, but I go to bed, homie.
Yeah, shit. No, I got a regular bedtime. Shit. Telling you, 10:30, my ass is in bed.
Yeah, man.
I'm up every morning at 5:30.
I do.
You know what I mean? So
I gotta shut this down in a couple minutes. I gotta be in bed. I gotta get up at fucking 3 o'clock, man.
True. Go make that money then.
Yeah, dude. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Shit, I ain't gotta be at work until 3 p.m. tomorrow. So
Must be nice.
yep.
Must be nice. I'd like to get my, hopefully I can get myself in a comfortable situation in the next year or two. That I can work less. But if I move where I want to move, like I said, I'll be right there in the middle of the money.
Yeah.
So it'll be good for me professionally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not a 20-minute drive to Charleston.
No, it's
If somebody needs to be picked up down on Greenbrier Street, you're like,
somebody needs picked up at the airport.
Let's go.
Hey,
Hell
motherfuckers.
for sure.
But yeah, it is what it is.
It always has been what it is or what it was. That's the best thing about it.
Right.
That's the most Gen X thing you could ever see. Man, you know something? I was going to make a TikTok the other day, but I didn't get around to it. But since we have this podcast and we got us a couple of viewers here tonight, look, I got to ask you, is it just me? Or does Grimace look like a butt plug? And once you realize that Grimace looks like a butt plug, his name makes all the sense in the world. I want you to think about that for just a minute.
Bring back Hamburger, you little
That's the best one. That's the best one. Why you gotta bring back the butt plug?
Tweety. What's your name, Tweety?
Dude, I remember when McDonald's used to have the fucking fire ass, like when they had the glasses, the Smurf glasses and the Star Wars glasses, and dude, they don't do none of that cool shit.
No, the collectible glasses.
Yeah, they don't do none of that cool shit no more. Now it's just fattening ass food.
In and out, it ain't even good.
It's not.
I don't feel good.
Dude, I found myself, like, especially if I was in your shoes, but even now, when Brandy's asleep and Abigail's at school, I find myself going to Shoney's a lot.
We ate there today. We ordered off the menu. That's
The
what
menu,
you said.
yeah, the menu's pretty good, and if you want, you get to add the salad or the soup to your menu items. Dude, that potato soup is still fire.
My only advice to that restaurant is, dear manager, look.
Tuck your dirty shirt in.
No. No. I know human beings are filthy, and I don't care what you walked into in that men's room. Whatever it was, the way you came out acting, I didn't go in there at any point in my visit. But do not go up to your employees, come out of the men's room, walk straight up to your cook and a server and another server and go, why did you just tape off the bathroom when it's messed up and not clean it? Okay, now look. That's just not something you announce in the restaurant dining area, that the bathroom is messed up and we don't clean it.
Yeah.
You pull somebody aside in the back and you say, listen, shittard. You seen that shit in the bathroom because you taped it the fuck off. Now go clean it up. It's got to be cleaned up.
Yep.
But like immediate discomfort when you hear her yelling at the cook about how he didn't clean the bathroom up. If it's that big of a fucking mess, if there's shit on the wall, I don't want my cook
No,
cleaning the bathroom.
you go do it, bitch.
You go. That's my bitch for Shoney's. Other than that, my turkey club was great. potato soup. Shoney's, man.
It's great.
You get, yeah.
It's fucking great. You go right over there and you look, make sure no one's looking, and you got you a big old gulp of cheese and drop it in there.
Yeah.
Because I ain't paying for the buffet, bitch.
No, I always get, look, I always
I had the super salad.
always, yeah.
But I definitely always try to steal me a piece of fried chicken because that shit's delicious.
It's super chicken.
It's both.
No, it's super chicken.
Yeah.
I like that's that. I tell Johnny
One
all
of
the time.
us, out of the three of us, one of us is getting the buffet. And I'm like, Abigail, grab your dad a piece of chicken.
I tell Joan all the time, Johnny, I'm like, look, my biggest complaint about eating in Charleston is you got 2 food salesmen working the entire area. And they sell everybody the same products. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets the same Athena's Euro meat. Okay? Everybody gets the same shitty deep fried chips. Everybody gets the same tomatoes. Everybody gets the same hoagie buns. They're the cheap but the best. They're the middle grade. They're not the expensive ones and they're not the cheapest ones. These are the ones they are. Everybody's got the same exact items.
And that's why it's important to try as many different restaurants as you can.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the preparation.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same shit. You cannot sit there and claim to me that one restaurant's getting better product than the other.
No, because they're all
Especially when it's a general
same shit.
Now, Celsius, Bricks and Barrels, Buzz Foods used to deliver us some pretty fucking steaks, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They used to give us some pretty fillets. And I'm not thinking, that too many places are getting those. Because those were some pretty pricey fillets, but damn, those motherfuckers look good.
Yeah.
And now Buzz Foods has its own fucking butcher.
Yeah.
It's like great.
Yeah, man, they keep tricking people. Nobody likes it. They keep hiring people. You want to be a meat cutter? Yeah. And they're like, cool. Here. Hold the, and they no, excuse me. You want to be a meat cutter? Yeah, cool. They tore them. Listen, they tore them. This is how I understand it. I trust the third guy that told me this. Like, I really trust him. He said, they tore me around this room full of fucking big racks of meat, and they were cutting fillets, and they were cutting ribeyes, and they were cutting all these different kinds of steaks, and they were cutting stew meat. And he said, there's all these guys cutting meat. And he was like, yeah, they're all talking shit to each other, like, yeah. Can't wait. This looks awesome. And he said, so I go home. He said, they tell me come back Monday morning. I come back Monday morning and I walk in and he said, I'm ready to go. And he goes, oh, no. We're going to send you up to the other facility. And he's like, okay. So they send him up on the hill by Greenbrier Street, back where that's what the Oganos was. And he gets out. He said, I get out. And he said, the first thing I see is a guy pulling a cow off a fucking trailer. He said, I had a bad feeling then. He said, my job was going to be to kill the cow. He said, that was his job.
For sure.
First day, they were like, okay, so you're going to take this fucking thing with the rebar in it. And he's like, nope. Nope.
Just push this button right here. Like this.
Just like
Just
that.
need you to do that about 45 more times.
Yeah. Lunch times is about 4 hours, son. See you then. But man, like, no, he was like, dude, my heart sank. He was like, no.
That's funny. Sounds like some shit they would do, though.
It's like, why? Yeah. Why do I feel like Paul told him to do? No, just hire his meat cutters, and then when they get here, send them up there. Don't it?
If nothing else, Paul's a good fucking marketer.
Yeah.
He'll get you in the door.
They've already done the paperwork. Chances are they'll stay. No, dude, anybody will cut your steaks, especially for $18 an hour. They'll cut the fuck out of your steaks. It's when you're like, oh, no, I need you to kill the cows at the last minute. You know, it's like, you know, we've seen Anakin do this in Star Wars. He was just supposed to watch the kids, remember?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that would be a whole new experience. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that or not. Dude, I watched my pawpaw slaughter enough pigs to know that. Dude, I watched him one time. He put that 22 right to that pig's head, and boom! And that pig just looked up at him like, "The fuck, bro?" The fucking 22 just bounced right off the motherfucker's skull. Didn't do no damage to it. No. Point blank. I mean, I had to position it, you know, more behind the ears and find that soft spot.
Find a soft spot, but
still,
no.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was like right here. That pig just.
It's embarrassing.
Looked up. I'm pretty sure it probably gave him a concussion or something. You know what I'm saying? But that motherfucker looked like it didn't even faze him. But he was probably a little concussed. I mean, he's dead right after that, but still.
Right. Man.
I've seen enough of it.
Well, I don't, you know, I hunt. And I've gotten to the point, honestly, where I don't really want to kill anything. I really I've got this, I know this is going to sound silly, but I've got this philosophy that I can either spend the rest of my life and not have to kill anything unless it's totally necessary to eat or defend myself. Or alternative, don't kill anything now, because in about 10 years, you're probably going to have to do more than you ever wanted to. Because this world's going to shit. Because, yeah.
Yep. Shit, I found me a farm a couple years ago. I can go get whatever meat I want, and I don't have to go to the grocery store. So, usually I try to save up $400 or $500 and go out there and get as much meat as I can with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, dude, we could throw in like $400 or $500 a piece and get like a whole half of a cow. I think it's $1,000 or $1,100 for half of a cow or something like that. But half of a cow is like 150 pounds of hamburger. Depends on the size of the cow. I mean, it's so much meat, dude.
Wow.
It'll be fucking 50 pounds of ribeye, fucking probably 40 pounds of bone of spare ribs. 40, 50 pounds, whatever, a couple racks of ribs. Fuck yeah, dude. Not spare ribs. It'll be St. Louis rib. You know, the wide ribs. That's what the
beef ribs.
Yeah. They're fucking delicious. You just gotta smoke them longer. That's it. But they're fucking delicious. Yeah. Fucking, you get the strip off the back. You get you get half of it.
Wow. Wow. That does sound pretty good.
Yeah, and usually it's like October, November. You get it fresh.
We could go in and buy a pig split.
We could easily do that.
Both of us get the bacon.
Yeah, dude, we could buy our own pig for like $300 and have it slaughtered for another $100. And it'll be enough pork for both of us for years. I mean, dude, one pig is 150 pounds, 200 pounds. Maybe 40 or 50 of that is bone and gristle and hooves and shit that you can't eat.
Right.
Dude, you got
right. No, pig is
130 pounds of pig.
Pig is a high yield animal.
Fuck yeah.
High yield. Yeah.
You got pork chops, ham, bacon, sausage. You got all of that shit that comes out of there.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
I don't eat no chitlins, so y'all can keep that shit.
Yeah. No thank you. Nobody got a taste for testicles in here.
Hell no. Keep them Rocky Mountain oysters away from me, motherfucker.
No, thank you. I don't eat the nose. I don't eat the feet. No, I wouldn't mind getting together one weekend and doing one in the ground.
That luau shit or whatever you call it.
Yeah, getting some banana. You can order banana leaves from like Buzz. They're not expensive.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been a good week.
Yeah, for me it has been.
I've been down to the dumps. I've been so stressed out over everything going on around me that.
Well, true that, but like, other than coming up with some money, you should sort of feel kind of relieved that it's almost over. Is that
there's where I am?
Yeah,
that's where I am.
That's
it's
what
a
I was
bit
thinking.
of a trampoline.
It's still kind of hard because you still got to come up with a good bit of money, but still, it's 90 days away from being over.
You know my problem.
And bro, I'm not leaving here until day 80.
No. If I can get if I trip over a bag full of money, can move this bitch next week, I will. But it is what it is. No. You know me. I'm too Gava Nostra about things. With me, it's always principles.
Yeah.
Principles. I dwell on principles, and that's my problem. That's my biggest problem. With me, it's principles. It's the who, what's, whys, and wheres, and
Have you already talked to the other place? They got a lot for you?
No, we're getting with them tomorrow, but I'm sure they have a lot for me. But I mean,
it seems like they would.
I'm also going to discuss, hey, what do you got for sale? If you got something for sale that I can buy off of you, and my rent's only going to be like $375 a month. You know what I mean?
They might have it. You talking about a home?
Yeah.
They might.
But at the same time, I kind of like my house. I'd like to take it with me if I can.
Yeah. Definitely.
Definitely.
But yeah, so hey, I hope you get it all figured out.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm
just remember there's several of them around here. There's one right here off the Blue Creek exit or off the Elkview exit.
Well, there's Eden's Fork. Or Eden's out there on 21. There's options.
Yeah, there's all kinds of options around here.
But I think they got room for us over there.
It looks empty.
Yeah, and it's far enough away.
You're out of the city limits.
Yeah.
So if you got a decent sized plot.
Hell, I wonder if they'll loan you the money to move your trailer over there and add it to your rent lease for a couple years.
I don't know about that, but
never know with these places, man. It's pretty empty over there. You never know what.
Did the judge say you could at least get the title to your home? She's holding that in the safe, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping she gets it to me next week.
But you can't hope, though. She's not going to do anything voluntarily. Did the judge say she had to give you the title?
No, but it says that I can take it with me. And I can't move it.
Right, but the reason why I was saying is because with the title, you may be able to use it as collateral to get a $4,000 loan to get it moved.
Right.
Because you got a little extra to work with.
Right.
Ouch.
Right. I don't know, but
yeah, you'll figure it out.
Maybe we'll get this next week. Maybe it'll be week after, but maybe I'll come over to your house and we'll set something up. So my stuff's pretty mobile.
Yeah. But, well, I mean,
Christy, I'm glad y'all stopped in, and we'll see y'all.
See y'all next week.
As
soon as possible.
Don't drop any bags anywhere.
Yeah.
Behave yourselves.
That's expensive shit.
Hunter, I mean it.
Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boys, man.
I mean, y'all party hard.
You know what I'm saying? Let's try this out. I'm just a holla boy.
You can teach me how to paint too.
Yeah, paint. Yeah.
Because apparently you do that really well too.
Tell you what, we'll take you mudding.
Snipe hunting.
Snipe hunting.
Hey, get you lost.
I don't think I want to go snipe hunting with Biden, man. He might. He got that 5 fingers tattoo. I think he's knows something about the snipe hunting.
Bro, there's a holler right around the corner that